Each one has proved a more capable killer of men than the last, each wielding a wider array of strange weapons. The wilds are no longer safe due to the hostility of these new machines. Welcome to Legends, a series that delves into the lore within Horizon Zero Dawn, a world with an abundance of powerful and moving history begging to be explored. Today, we begin our two-part examination of the hunter-killers of Hephaestus. To add some clarity and context, being that Hephaestus is the subordinate function of Gaia, tasked with machine manufacturing, one could very reasonably state that all machines are Hephaestus machines. However, by original design, Hephaestus was programmed to give Gaia the knowledge to craft and design machines, while Hephaestus would then build her designs. This video will focus on the machines imagined and crafted solely by Hephaestus after the unknown transmission severed it from Gaia. With that, let's begin. After Hephaestus became an autonomous entity, humans were no longer seen as a priority, but rather as a direct threat to its machines. In response, the first wave of machines designed purely for combat were unleashed. In the third year of Sun King Jiran's reign, or the year 3020, word was sent from the Day Tower to the Hunter's Lodge, seeking aid to slay a mysterious creature who had ripped their best soldiers limb from limb. For 4 days and 4 nights did Kuvam, Hawk of the Lodge, track the beast. What he found was something he had never seen before. Strong as a snap maw, fast as a strider, regardless, he faced his prey. From twilight to midnight, the battle raged, until finally Kuvam felled his enemy, but at great cost. The fearsome teeth of the machine had chewed his left arm ragged at the joint, and from this horror, he named the beast Sawtooth. This was the first recorded instance of the machine, but not the last. Using Gaia's knowledge of animal morphologies, Hephaestus channeled the apex predators of the past and created something far more fearsome than the world had ever known. Indeed, fast and powerful, the Sawtooth is an elite close-quarters combat machine. Resembling Smilodons or saber-toothed cats of the Pleistocene, its razor-sharp teeth and claws make it a formidable adversary. With no ranged weaponry at its disposal, it relies on powerful legs to rapidly close distance and make short work of its prey. But as we well know, this was only the beginning for Hephaestus. In the 8th year of Jiran's reign, 3025, the machines continued to become ever more dangerous. In that time, another Hawk of the Hunter's Lodge set out into the wilds to find a far more elusive killer. Known only as the Shimmering Death, Galadid trekked into the dark jungles of the Jewel south of Meridian. There in the wilderness did the skilled hunter come to the harrowing realization that he himself had become the hunted. He glimpsed those who walked in the glinting shadows until he found himself surrounded by his assailants. He fought tooth and nail through the undergrowth until he reached the safety of the alight, but while pursued, he was able to bring down one of those who he would deem known as Stalkers. Resembling jungle cats like panthers and jaguars, Stalkers also have several distinctly reptilian attributes. These ambush predators are masters of stealth, able to fully cloak themselves, becoming virtually invisible to the human eye. Using 3 separate claws on each of its feet, they are able to cling to trees and vertical rock faces like a gecko, waiting for its prey to fall into its trap. Its sleek design allows it to move quickly and quietly through the jungle undergrowth, leaving proximity mines and flares to alert it of potential threats. Armed with a long-range dart gun and retractable speared tail nearly twice the size of its body, those it kills rarely ever catch a glimpse before it's too late. Little is known concerning when the first Ravagers were released into the world, but have certainly made many hunters pay for crossing its path. Essentially a modified Sawtooth with slightly more canine attributes, it's been upgraded with heavier armor and a means of felling hunters from a distance. Mounted between its shoulders, the Ravager Cannon is a rapid-firing energy projectile capable of riddling whatever stands in front of it. With this, it's far more likely to be evasive and keep its distance while in combat. Though make no mistake, the Ravager is still deadly in close quarters. With quick swipes from its claws and crushing jaws, its design shows that Hephaestus has only yet begun to refine his craft. In the 13th year of Sun King Jiran, 3030, Hephaestus dared to tread the path of splintered and broken trees left in the wake of a colossal terror. It laid waste to the freehold of morning light, and its devastation demanded action. And so, he was first to face the might of the Thunderjaw. With spear, bomb, and arrow, Assis fought, but to no avail. Only when he turned the machine's own cannons against it was the mighty beast felled. Its carcass remains enshrined within the Hunter's Lodge to this day, since its fall turned Hawk to Sunhawk of the Lodge. Outside of the cut, the Thunderjaw is regarded as the greatest of machines that walk the earth, and with just cause. With a design inspired by theropod dinosaurs like that of Tyrannosaurus rex, its menacing might is something most would never dare face. A walking fortress fully loaded with a vast array of tech to extinguish the life of those foolhardy enough to cross it. 2 rapid-fire energy cannons mounted on either side of its mandibles, disc launchers mounted on its back capable of raining down death from the sky, and lasers fanning out nearly 180 degrees to dismember those who would make such a fatal error. Close combat is no better dealt with, as hunters must avoid being trampled, bit into, or struck down by its colossal tail. Until recently, the Thunderjaw's combat capability was truly unsurpassed. One bit of speculation posed by the community is that these advancements in machine weaponry has no basis in any earthly technology. Comparing the tech of Hephaestus to that of Pharaoh chariot line bots, one can see that even at the pinnacle of human technological superiority, we were still implementing bullets, not lasers. Many have taken this as interference from an extraterrestrial nature, feeling the unknown transmission that severed Gaia from her subfunctions has alien origins. However, I feel that the answer to where this vastly superior technology comes from can be traced back to the alpha of Hephaestus, Margot Shen. In her hologram found within the staging area of Project Zero Dawn, she states the following.
The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots, and not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real.
Gaia was meant to use Hephaestus to innovate and advance far beyond the minds of the 21st century. In the 900-some years that Gaia was fully functioning, it wouldn't be a huge leap in speculation to assume she did make many breakthroughs beyond the era of her creation. To achieve her goals, her machines can be seen equipped with all manner of advanced tech, like lasers and anti-gravity modules. It seems more likely that Hephaestus took these technologies and weaponized them to equip his line of machine hunters, rather than aliens imparting this tech to the subfunction. All of this aside, as we now know, we have only scratched the surface of what Hephaestus has in store for the future of humanity. And until brought into line once more, the worst is yet to come. And with that, our journey comes to an end. If you'd like to see more content like this, likes and shares are always appreciated. And if you really like what we're doing at the channel, hit that subscribe button and join our community. Do you have a great idea for our next episode of Legends? Let us know in the comments down below. And until next time, thanks for watching and keep questing.